Hey friends, and welcome to this new video dedicated to Poppy Playtime Chapter 5. Today I want to talk to you about something really interesting that happened in the last few hours. After a period of silence, Mob Entertainment has finally become active again on Discord, and in particular, Tyler has started speaking up once more. In the past few hours, Tyler has posted some rather curious and important messages inside the official server. Messages that, when put together, might indicate that a new announcement is coming. Remember that it has now been 2 weeks since the Steam page for Chapter 5 was released, and historically, Mob Entertainment tends to move pretty quickly with updates after a Steam page goes live. So it's very likely that something big is cooking, and today we're going to analyze everything in detail. In this video, I'll give you a recap of what's happening, what Tyler wrote, and why these messages might be a clear sign that the first real announcement for Chapter 5 is on the way. We'll go through every little detail, understand the context, and try to interpret what Mob might be preparing behind the scenes. But before we really dive in, as always, let me ask you one thing. Leave a like on this video if you love Poppy Playtime and want to stay updated on all the news, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel so you won't miss the next updates, theories, and analyses about Chapter 5. Your support is essential, and it helps me so much to keep bringing you better and better content. That said, get ready and let's see the new official messages. Now let's get into the heart of the situation and take a look at the messages Tyler wrote on Discord. Because this is where things really start to get interesting. Tyler actually posted a message very particular. The message says, "If one person complains about this announcement." A very short sentence, but at the same time extremely loaded with meaning. Right after that, Tyler also added the wide open eyes emoji. The one that basically tells you, pay attention, keep your eyes wide open. And this is absolutely not a coincidence. When Mob Entertainment uses a word like announcement, it's almost never about something trivial or secondary. And this leads us to think that a new announcement might be much closer than we believe. But there's an even more interesting detail. Before posting this message, Tyler had released a post about the mobile version of Poppy Playtime for iPhone with iOS 26. Now, many might think, so that was the announcement. But that's actually not the case. In fact, as stated in that post, that was simply a small update, a quick communication about the game's compatibility on iPhone. So, this can't be considered as an announcement because the announcements are always about something bigger and relevant. And this small update was only a small communication for iOS users. This means that the announcement he mentioned is something else, and above all, something more significant. And it's this detail, combined with the eyes emoji, that makes us think Mob might be ready to reveal something concrete about Poppy Playtime Chapter 5, maybe an image, or the ARG, and in the video, we will see all the possibilities. At this point, let's try to understand what could be announced and what might arrive in the next few days. Because if the announcement is imminent, we need to think logically about which possibilities are realistic and which ones we can already exclude. The first thing to say is that if the announcement happens very soon, meaning within the next few days, we can almost certainly exclude the arrival of the second teaser trailer. The reason is simple. The first teaser was released just 2 weeks ago, and it's really too early to already see a second teaser. So, if we have to predict anything, the second teaser trailer might arrive towards the end of the month, obviously speaking hypothetically. So, if the announcement Tyler is referring to is not a trailer, what could it be? A probable answer, and the one the community has been waiting for, is the start of the ARG. The ARG is one of the most beloved elements among Poppy Playtime fans, because it creates an online treasure hunt full of mysteries, puzzles, hidden clues, and connections to the game's lore. In particular, we can use an interactive computer to discover new secrets, but this time the ARG for Chapter 5 still hasn't started, even though the Steam page is already out. For Chapters 3 and 4, the ARG always started before the release of the Steam page. But this time, Mob Entertainment decided to do things differently. The Steam page is out, the teaser has dropped, but the ARG is still completely absent. This changes the entire scheme and might mean that Mob is waiting for the perfect moment to activate it. And for this reason, Tyler's message could be directly connected to the ARG. If an announcement is truly around the corner, then there's a chance it will mark the official start of the ARG with the first clues, the first mysteries, and maybe even the reveal of a dedicated portal or a new hidden page to discover. And if Mob Entertainment decided to delay it until now, it might be because they're preparing something much bigger, more elaborate, and more deeply tied to the story of the final chapter. Now let's try to understand why this year Mob Entertainment completely changed their usual patterns compared to the previous chapters. Because as we've seen, the release of the Steam page before the ARG, the timing of the teaser, and the overall communication rhythm are all elements that differ a lot from how Mob handled things with chapters 3 and 4. And this is not a coincidence. There are several factors that maybe influenced this decision. The first factor is that Mob Entertainment has started doing new official collaborations this year, and we're not talking about small collaborations. For example, in October we had the collaboration with Fortnite, where Mob even released an actual official Fortnite game along with the Huggy Wuggy skin. During the same period, another massive collaboration came out, the official Poppy Playtime add-ons on Minecraft, complete with characters, mechanics, and even the grab pack. And as if that wasn't enough, the collaboration with Rocket League is also coming soon. Now, if we think about it, the ARG would have completely overlapped with all these collaborations. If the ARG had started right when the collaborations were released, it would have created an overlap, ruining the narrative impact of the ARG and splitting the hype. The second factor could be related to development time. After the release of Chapter 4, the community noticed that the game launched with too many bugs. Even though Mob later released updates to fix the situation, the initial experience wasn't what players expected. And this probably pushed the developers to completely rethink their internal timing. Maybe this year, they want to dedicate much more time to quality, avoiding another rushed release, and ensuring that Chapter 5 launches in much better technical condition. Restructuring the schedule, including the ARG, may have been a way to free up time and allow the team to focus fully on building the final chapter. And now we come to the third factor, perhaps the most important one. Chapter 5 is the final chapter of the main series. This means everything has to be polished, prepared, and delivered with special attention. The ARG cannot simply be a small introduction like in previous chapters. It needs to carry more narrative weight, prepare fans for the grand finale, and might even include key story elements. And for this reason, Mob may have decided to change the traditional ARG structure, possibly making it longer, more complex, or more intertwined with the story of the game. An ARG like that cannot launch in the middle of multiple collaborations or without proper preparation. In conclusion, the changes this year are not random. They are the result of a combination of international partnerships, new development strategies, and the need to craft a finale worthy of the entire saga. And all of this might explain why the ARG hasn't started yet, and why the next announcement could finally kick off the countdown toward Chapter 5. Thank you so much for watching the video until the end. You are amazing. Let me know in the comments what you think about this. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell for the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.